The Rubik's Cube, a colorful puzzle that has captivated minds for decades, often appears as an insurmountable challenge to the uninitiated. The seemingly endless combinations and complex patterns can be intimidating, leaving many to believe that solving it requires an extraordinary intellect or an innate gift. However, the truth is far simpler. With a little patience, persistence, and the right approach, anyone can conquer this iconic puzzle. The key to unlocking the Rubik's Cube lies not in brute force or random rotations, but in understanding its underlying logic and mastering a set of repeatable algorithms. An algorithm in this context is simply a predetermined sequence of moves that produce a specific outcome on the cube. By learning and applying these algorithms in a systematic manner, we can break down the seemingly impossible task of solving the cube into manageable stages. One common misconception is that solving the Rubik's Cube requires memorizing an overwhelming number of algorithms. While there are countless algorithms designed for speed cubing and advanced techniques, we can demystify the puzzle with a single, versatile algorithm. This algorithm, when applied repeatedly and with an understanding of its effects, can guide us through the entire solving process. In the following sections, we will delve into the mechanics of this algorithm, breaking it down into easily digestible steps. We will explore the fundamental rotations and notations used to describe cube movements, providing a clear roadmap for navigating the puzzle. Whether you're a complete novice or have attempted the cube in the past, this guide will equip you with the tools and knowledge to finally solve the Rubik's Cube and impress your friends and family. Before we dive into the algorithm itself, it's crucial to familiarize ourselves with the basic anatomy of the Rubik's Cube and the language used to describe its movements. The cube consists of three types of pieces: center pieces, edge pieces, and corner pieces. Center pieces, as their name suggests, occupy the center of each face and are fixed in their positions, determining the color of that face. Edge pieces, located between center pieces, have two colored stickers and can move along the edges of the cube. Corner pieces, situated at the corners of the cube, have three colored stickers and can rotate between the corners. To communicate cube rotations effectively, we use a standardized notation system. Each face of the cube is assigned a letter: F, front; B, back; U, up; D, down; L, left; and R, right. A letter by itself indicates a 90-degree clockwise rotation of that face. Adding an apostrophe after a letter signifies a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. For instance, R means rotating the right face clockwise, while R indicates a counterclockwise rotation of the right face. A number preceding a letter denotes multiple turns. For example, 2R represents two clockwise rotations of the right face, which is equivalent to a 180-degree turn. Understanding these basic rotations and their corresponding notations forms the foundation for executing the algorithm and navigating the solving process. As we progress through the stages of solving the cube, we will combine these fundamental moves in specific sequences, gradually aligning the pieces and bringing us closer to the solved state. The key is to pay close attention to the orientation of the cube and the notation of each move to ensure accuracy. With a firm grasp of the cube's anatomy and the language of rotations, we are now ready to embark on the journey of mastering the algorithm. Remember, patience and practice are paramount. Don't be discouraged if you don't grasp the concepts immediately. The more you practice, the more intuitive these movements will become, and the closer you'll be to holding a solved Rubik's Cube in your hands. The algorithm we will be using throughout this guide is surprisingly simple and easy to memorize. It consists of the following sequence of moves: R, U, R, U. That's it. This four-move sequence, when applied repeatedly in different orientations and with slight variations, forms the backbone of our solving method. Our journey to a solved cube begins with the creation of a white cross on the top face. This involves maneuvering the white edge pieces to their correct positions relative to the center pieces. The goal is to have the white edge piece adjacent to the red centerpiece on the red face, the white edge piece adjacent to the blue centerpiece on the blue face, and so on. This step primarily relies on intuition and recognizing patterns, rather than strict adherence to the algorithm. Once the white cross is formed, we move on to solving the white corner pieces. This stage involves positioning the white corner pieces correctly relative to the white edge pieces and the center pieces. Here's where the algorithm comes into play. By identifying a white corner piece that needs to be moved and positioning it in a specific location relative to the white cross, we can apply the RURU algorithm to cycle it to its correct position. With the white face solved, we turn our attention to the middle layer, aiming to solve the edge pieces that sit between the top and bottom layers. This stage involves identifying an edge piece in the middle layer that needs to be positioned and using a combination of the RURU algorithm and other basic rotations to maneuver it into its correct slot. The process is repeated for each of the 4 middle layer edge pieces. As we progress to the yellow cross, top layer edges, top corners, and final orientation, the complexity increases, demanding careful observation and a deeper understanding of the algorithm's effects. However, the fundamental principle remains the same. Apply the RURU algorithm in different orientations and with slight variations to manipulate the pieces into their correct positions. The key to mastering this method lies in practice and repetition. The more you practice, the more familiar you'll become with the algorithm's effects and the different cases you encounter. As you gain experience, you'll develop a deeper intuition for the cube's behavior and be able to solve it more efficiently. Remember to be patient and persistent. Solving the Rubik's Cube is a challenging but rewarding endeavor. Don't be discouraged by initial setbacks or if you find yourself stuck. Numerous online resources, tutorials, and communities are available to provide guidance and support along the way. Ultimately, the most important tip is to enjoy the process. Embrace the challenge, celebrate your progress, and never stop exploring the fascinating world of the Rubik's Cube. With dedication and a little bit of practice, you'll soon be astounding yourself and others with your newfound cubing skills.